Hello there, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, the internet, and the like, and welcome back to Serious Sam, the second encounter. I almost said Team Fortress 2 right there. We're not playing that game. Today we are playing Serious Sam, the second encounter. And we have arrived in the courtyards of Gilgamesh, which is a fairly long level, and in my opinion, I consider this to be a much more tedious level, personally, just because, well, for one thing, nothing really changes. You're kind of still in sort of like the same environment all the time. And then there's the problem of the fact of the final battle of this level. And the final battle, we will get to that when we get to that, but let's just say I am not looking forward to it because it really takes a while to complete. Let me just leave it at that. I'll leave it to your imagination to figure things out. And first of all, we're going to see if we can maybe get a little secret right here. So you jump on these two little platforms right here, and there's this heart. You pick up this heart, then you probably want to run away, because behind you actually spawns a biomechanoid, which is a pretty big red dude. I don't want to be fighting that guy right now, so I'm gonna try and... I want to land this trick shot. This is important to me. Yes. I did it, you guys! I can jump and snipe at the same time. I should probably take care of this guy right here. But yeah, once you pick up that heart, you might want to run away because it actually spawns this red biomechanoid, and he can walk down and cause some serious pain if you aren't careful. Let me just leave it at that. And already, right here, we have our first obstruction because there is in fact a statue we need to pick up, and Matrixa has clearly told us right now that, well, for one thing, yes, it's over there, but you can also see that it's protected with this hole filled with spikes. I wouldn't suggest jumping to the other side, because that attempt would certainly give us a nice minced meat look on your face. Luckily, I can see a bridge that looks like it could be lifted. Try to look for some sort of mechanism somewhere in the yards on your left. One more thing, Sam. I smell water. Lots of water. I'm not looking forward to that. Now, theoretically, what you really could do, you don't really need to worry, per se, about like getting that mechanism all the way over on the left side of the yard. You can just rocket jump over and you can just pick up the winged line just like this. However, we're not exactly going to be doing that because that would be kind of cheap, and we're not really speedrunning this level at the same time. Another interesting note is that if you pick up that heart early on, you could probably just speedrun the entire level by just rocket jumping over that wall right over there and just sort of make your way to the other side. And you can like just skip most of the final battle, I believe, and I believe the door would open if you did that. But it's been a while since I did anything speedrun related to this level, so maybe I could test that out in multiplayer at some point. And I thought there were harpies in, maybe that's only in multiplayer with extra enemies. Left, Sam, we really need to go left. The door to the Temple of Gilgamesh can only be opened with the statue of the winged lion, and you know what we have to do to get that statue. Yes, we rocket jump over this little pit of spikes, and then we can pick up the winged line and then just jump back, and then everything would be good, but no, we have to do things the quote proper way, and that is swimming through an unnecessarily stupid water maze in order to hit a mechanism, and then things will be happy. I'm kind of having difficulty forming sentences today too, so I apologize if I say things that are completely meaningless and are nonsensical at the same time. Actually, meaningless, nonsense. No. Those aren't similar words. What am I thinking? Yeah. So, if you go out of your way often to look for things in these little courtyards, there's actually a backpack that's considered a secret back here. It can be kind of easy to miss if you don't really care much for picking up ammo backpacks, but it's certainly there, so you do want to take caution and pick it up. So I believe that there are a couple of secrets in the water here. I'm just trying to remember where they are specifically. This water maze that I'm going to be swimming through momentarily, I despise beyond belief. It is just, I always get lost. I never take the time to actually memorize how the maze works and where I'm supposed to go specifically. So chances are, I probably will be making a lot of mistakes. I do believe that there's a secret. This is kind of the way you have to go. There is another pool on the other side that we will have to explore in a brief minute. Right now, I'm just trying to figure out where the hell that stupid secret is, because if I don't, I'm probably going to drown. So, here's the first secret. Is a secret room. You can pick up that health, and there's also some sniper rifle ammo, I believe. I'm going to swim back immediately because I'm kind of scared to drown right now. So let me just see if I can make my way back, and I'll check out that other pool because I do recall it having a secret. And picking up secrets is pretty much on my to-do list because I don't like missing them. I like finding all the secrets. It's fun. And especially when you take into account that Crow Team likes to put a lot of silly secrets in their games. So that's also why it's a necessity. Let's jump in here. I believe it should be somewhere down here. Yes, a secret ammo pack. I think that's all we have to do. So, now that I sort of accidentally went through the right pool on the right side of the room, I could go ahead and figure out that maze once again. I believe Natrixa will say, yeah, this door is locked, no surprise there. Are there any doors in Persepolis that are not locked? I can see some water pools in the yard. Sam, my hero, I think we'll have to dive in this time. Thank you, Lord, for making me waterproof. Yeah. That would be a bit of an issue if Natrixa were waterproof. It would probably cause some sort of odd movie scenario where, like, Sam would go unconscious and then he would be sort of like part of Natrixa, and then Natrixa would be like, I love you, Sam, and then they would have some sort of odd relationship as Sam tries to reawaken his body! So that way he will no longer be unconscious, and I'm just spouting out extremely dumb fanfiction. Yeah. Already I forget where this entrance is. Give me a second. I can figure this out, you guys. Yeah, like I said, I'm not a big fan of this part of the level just because the water pool maze, not something I enjoy that particularly. And I just get lost in it all the time. Makes me sad, makes me angry and sad. And chances are you wouldn't like to see me in that state. I believe I'm going the right way. Because this was the way to the secret. I think you have to go to the right, and then that maybe leads up to this little roof area. And there should be some ammunition right here, although I don't really need it because I have plenty of sniper rifle ammunition, evidently enough. And then you swim out to the right over here, and you should make it to the next open courtyard. Which makes me happy because I'm done with this place. Nice diving! Wow, you did it! That was a nasty dive, and I'd swear it reminded me of something. Wait, let me remember. It has something to do with a third-person view and a woman. Venice. Nah, I can't remember. There's an odd-looking pyramidal temple in front of us. Let's go there. And I believe that might have actually been a reference to Indiana Jones 3. If I remember correctly. It has been a while since I watched that movie, but it was an okay movie. If you're into that sort of stuff, like Indiana Jones. I do actually have an Indiana Jones book, which is Genesis Deluge, I think it's called. Anyway, there's a target over here. You hit this target, and that opens a secret room somewhere in this courtyard. And also, there's this sort of darkly colored patch in the wall right here, and it reveals a don't push detonator. You probably want to push it if your curiosity totally piques you. However, first of all, we have enemies to fight, which mostly consists of clear skeletons, and they're just going to be running out of that room in the distance, which actually contains a laser gun, and it also contains the mechanism which we have to activate. So you might want to go there, otherwise you're probably not going to make much progression in the level, you're just going to be stuck here forever. And you're probably not really supposed to be playing this game if you can't really figure that out. Seeing as how it's an extremely simplistic task, if you think about it. Hi there. How you doing? That's why the music was freaking out. Alright, so we got those things right there. I'm trying to remember which order of operations I should do this set of secrets in, because the don't... What? Oh, hi. Because the don't push detonator... When you do push it, some pretty bad stuff happens, and you might want to pick up the power-ups that correspond to the don't push detonator. Just saying, you might want to do that, although I really can't remember which order I'm supposed to do it in, so I might be a little confused for a brief moment. And that guy out there is being a bit of a bastard, sniping off of his ledge, so I'm gonna get him to stop. Of course there would be a green guy. Why wouldn't there be a green guy? Because this level is full of green guys. Yes, I suppose it would have been worth noting at the beginning of this level, there are a lot of reptiloids, and these reptiloids, again, like in the Elephant Atrium, love to hide behind obstacles such as trees, and they really blend in with said trees, and it just gets really annoying. And going behind here, you pick up these rockets. This spawns a secret mutated plant and his friends, which happen to be the mutated plant from the last level, and 2 small biomechs. So that's a pretty interesting secret. Not really something that's probably worth going out of your way for, but it gives you rocket ammunition, so I suppose that's worth going for, I suppose.
Now I got your ticket to hell.
Of course. And then we finally get that laser gun, and here the Trix is clearly showing us that that platform is indeed rising, and we could go pick up the Winged Lion the proper way that Croteam had intended for us. Although I'm still pretty sure that the intended solution was that you just had to rocket jump over the wall. Or the pit of spikes, I should say. I mean, it was like that in Half-Life Blue Shift, and everyone remembers I played that game, where you had to rocket jump over that vat of coolant. That was obviously the intended solution, but I'm afraid that the game wanted to sort of disagree with me on that. Okay, so you walk out here, there are of course a couple of reptiloids hiding out there, and by a couple I mean one. Because I don't know exactly... Alright, maybe there's another one. Give me a second, I have to figure this out. There he is, he's all the way up there. But yeah, I kinda wanna use the laser gun too, so... gives me an excuse to do that. So I believe now... Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go over here, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and pick up these items because it seems like a good idea. Mostly because I can deal with a lot of these enemies with ease, and also because I can go hit that don't push detonator, otherwise known as the plunger if you want to get technical about things. I suppose you could use both terms if you really want to. And the invulnerability and the serious damage really helps, because once you do that, it spawns this big Highlander dude, and his health just drains extremely quickly with serious damage equipped, so it might be in your best interest to do that. And I think we've made the best usage of these power-ups that we could, although there is another serious damage power-up right here, so that might be worth going out of your way for. It's not exactly hidden, so it kind of makes it easier to pick up. And what do you know, actually, the door over there is open, so you don't have to worry about swimming back through the way you came. And that kind of makes things a lot better, in my opinion. It's just magical door opening powers, I just like to put it at that. So, now that I have the serious damage, I can deal with these guys a little bit more easily. Of course, it's also a matter of actually locating where they are hidden behind all the trees and obstacles and things like that. Oh, hi. How you doing, Mr. Clear Skeleton? There's another guy? I don't see another. Oh, there he is. He's all the way out in the distance. And like I said a while ago, it doesn't matter where you are on the map, as long as the reptiloids are in your direct line of sight, they will snipe you from a distance no matter what. And that's very obnoxious, but unfortunately there's nothing we can do about that. I thought there was is there an ammo pack down there? No, there isn't. Okay. I guess I don't really have any ammo packs I can pick up at the moment, per se. That's unfortunate. Walking out here, there are these 2 dudes. But of course, they aren't any threat because they're essentially just rocketeers with a little more health and better guns. What you might want to be worried about are the green dudes once again, because you can't have enough reptiloids in this level, or any level of this game, because reptiloids are fun, according to Croteam. I'm not one to disagree with Croteam because they make cool games. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I believe picking this up also spawns, guess what? Another couple more green dudes. I'm trying to remember where they are. Okay, there's that guy right there. I'm not sure if their energy balls can actually... I guess they can. That's unfortunate. Yeah. Yeah. No, you son of a bastard, I hate you. I was trying to purposefully avoid that stupid energy ball, but no, I had to run right into it, because its pathfinding skills are pretty good, I have to say. And the same applies for the Reptiloid demons, but, okay, its fireball appears to be getting confused out there. Okay. Sometimes that occurs, and I'm not really going to argue with it, because that at least saves me the trouble of having to dodge those stupid projectiles. And I think we've just about done everything we need to do now, so we can head to this temple, which is a series of rooms, mostly unpleasant, but still.